Kind of needs some help, like aids with this, doesn't it? So you can see visually what's going on. Because it really is quite... Actually, there's just no point going down there, is there? I'm going to have to go back up again anyway. What we should do is probably build what we want to happen over here. I do this last time. I think it was a 5 block. That was it. I wonder if that is at the same height as that. Clear the store should be put on its stilts to accommodate scaffolding. That would be great. Can you make the tomato belt higher and do one underneath easier? Either or. I mean, I don't want to change the tomato belt because we want stuff to be able to go underneath here. Yeah. So it's at the right height, basically the minimum height that I want here. After this, it's anything you like, really. But it has to be stacked like that. And what we're just trying to do is get up to the same height as this thing. So I suspect if we go like that. Oh, you scumbag. There we go. Spell the wrong thing, I think. Yep. I'm hoping that that will sell. All this for bread. Flipping heck. We could probably get rid of some of these trees here. Might make life a little bit easier. That's where we're trying to get. That's the bread barn, isn't it? So we're going to need an extractor from there. So we'll probably need to ramp. Can we build an extractor on a ramp? I wonder. So can you build logistic block grabber? Yes, you can. This looks like fun. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, build it. The thing is, the difference between this and Factorio, in Factorio you can build belts like this thing. It's like 3D belts of doom. And you have to put them down with these struts and things like this. It's, oh my god. Even Satisfactory is easier to put 3D belts down. You can just like draw a massive line in space and it just figures it out. That looks like it needs to be not that. That's not going to work because you need to ramp up twice and turn, and you can't elevate and turn at the same time.
Welcome back.
So it's not going to work.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
It's going to have to be that. And I think probably one of them, and we probably need to elevate one last time. Should have stayed floating there. Actually, it might be easier if we just go that way. Scumbaggery. It's weird how you can build a sloping thing there, but you can't build a strut there. Is that the same height as that now? Okay. Let's see if this actually works. Okay. The bread line is alive. You can build an arch on slopes. It wouldn't let me build a strut on slopes. I didn't actually try the arch though. Question is, will this actually sell into here?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Isildur, thank you for bullseye, double top 40 months. Next thing you know, it'll be 4 whole years. Not far. Thank you very much, Isildur. Matthew, welcome back for 2 months. No! Why is that not selling into that? Why is that too high? You've got to be kidding me, game. You've got to be kidding me. Am I really going to have to, like, drop down a level just to sell my bread? That's outrageous. It's actually outrageous. Voodoo to do. Thank you for subbing. Welcome to the house, Voodoo. Thanks for your support and a nutty welcome, guys. Oh, man. All that work. All that work. Right down the Swanee. I've got to basically do this. That sucks because you can only sell it like either ground level or like level 1 effectively. Oh man. Oh, what? Come on. Trying to get rid of the struts, game. Come on.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Okay, we got the lessons were learned. At the end of the belt, you just had to down ramp it. Into Deco, welcome back. Whoa, there's a lot of people have a job. I sense no stone left. Our stone market is about to break down. This is not good. Wait, how's the research going? It feels like it's not. So we're no longer making stone. Your red coins are down from down to 1.8k from 5.6 when you started watching. A lot of it's down to these forestry things, I think. Where can you look at your budget? Here we go, economy. That's not what I want to see. I want to see what's coming in, what's going out, where it's going. I take it you can't. Of course we're collecting rent. They buy all our rubbish goods. That's the rent. Can we not somehow convert yellow coins into red coins? That would be nice. Hey, Muffins. Economy is telling you what each thing gives you in coins. That's not what I want. What I want to know is, like, what is my income outcome? Where's my money going? Why is my red going down? Is it trending downwards? If so, why? What's the red being spent on? That's what I want to see. Anyway, I've got a stone crisis now. And no railways to sort it. I don't fancy belting all the way from outer space over here. There's a nice stone mine here. Could probably get these boys to do a run. Or maybe not these guys. Maybe get some... There's no ideal solution here, is there? Stonemason, what were you doing? Into the barn. Right, so I basically need to get stones into this barn. Okay. Can you build conveyor over a lake? I don't want a full set of accounts. I want abbreviated accounts. Hey, Mrs. Frosty. So just straight up build a barn here. Wait, there's carrots here in the way? Carrots of all things? Never even seen that before? Right, you go there. Oh, they can't work out how to get there. There's no footpath. They're like, nope. Alright, go there then. I'll figure it out for you. AI. You can do it over water. Is there an additional cost to that? Shoot for stone. That's actually a good point. I kind of dismissed the chute now we've got conveyor belt, but it's actually a lot cheaper to build, isn't it? And in this particular instance, a chute would be a better option. Don't stand around, get to work. Harvester drill. I can only dream of harvester drills. Wait, I can't find the chute. Was it gone? There it is. Pat. Who knows why? It's gone red. Oh, yeah. Look at those stones roll. I like how they hit this corner here and just stop and then carry on rolling. No. Why is that not loading? Oh. I didn't send it to the stonemason. Wait, no. Hang on a minute. Yeah. It's meant to go to the stonemason. Beautiful lake, said no one ever. Unlock the rail stop, the rail tile, mining, and the minecart. Allows transport of high quantity of goods over long distances. Railways. Railways and minecarts can be used to quickly transport lots of goods. Place rails and rail stops next to buildings to automatically deposit or withdraw goods from a building. Set the item filter on the minecart to restrict the type of goods picked up. I wonder if the rail lines are one way. Or can you like do shuttles with them? Because if you put two rail carts on one line, unlike the wagons, they can't sidestep each other. So how do you like in this game, how do you do this? Can you have like passing loops and that kind of thing? I think we might have to move the stonemason. Actually. There are more efficient ways of doing this. Game on. Here we go. Yes, they do go to the stonemason shop. I completely messed up. That's why I was moving it. So that means we can reassign you. Actually, you know what? Just get rid of you. What's going on here then? Oh, the cloth. The cloth got held up because of the stone, I think. Ah. Sensing this guy's a bit stuck. We've got too many of the of these things. Of the cloth conveyor belts. I've made too many. That looks hilarious. It is just like Marble Madness. Look at that. Meanwhile, the logs are going in there. And we're not researching. Right, having got that, we can get mining. I presume that's going to give us the wonderful thing to allow us to mine stuff. There is gold behind the stone. Oh, you take a look at that. It's 5k for that. That's a nice hill. The fire temple. I've seen a pattern here. I've seen the fire temple. I've seen a earth temple. I've seen an air temple and a water temple. What was the other one? There was another one. You need them for upgraded versions. Gotcha. No one likes the water temple. Why not? Right, let's see if we can upgrade anything. These reinforced things are very slow to make. Right. We need more iron plates. Essentially, the iron ore is not coming in quick enough. By the look of it. We don't have enough storage of it. We're not bringing it in. We shall throw people at the problem. More monkeys, better code, right? Can't afford it. What? There you go. Use the new mining cart. I thought the mining cart was for the train line. Let's have a look. Farming, mining. Ooh, we need 4 iron wheels for that. Allows transport of high quantity of goods over long distances. So is that like a wagon? Like a better wagon? Dark Wolf, have you noticed that too? Like every game has a dependency on iron. Iron is pretty special, as it happens. Thought it was, did not say anything about rails. We'd have to make iron wheels to make it in a machine shop. I don't even have a machine shop. 1 second. Wait. I'd have to unlock this first. I can't even make the wheels for it. So that's a non-starter. We're starting to build up. Look at this. We're starting to build up iron ore. So how's the forge getting on? Okay, I reckon we can probably run another minecart. In theory, we could just run belts between these now. But this is the quickest way. Yep, it is Cornwall boy. Very windy. Very windy. I wonder what my windy app's showing right now. The map has been pretty red all week. It's been crazy. It's actually calmed down. Not where you are. Down in Cornwall. Yeah, it's calmed down where I am now, look. In the UK. It's just down where you are, it's still windy. It's kind of blown through. You might need a way to increase your red coin. Right, let's have a look. What we can sell for red coin. Cooked chicken would sell pretty well. Cooked beef, protein shakes, fish stew, meat stew. Fish sells for 1 red. Raw chicken, beef, cooked fish. Fish we can harvest from the water. I don't know how. Chicken and beef, I presume we have to basically breed ourselves. So let's go and see if we can grab some fish from somewhere. Some fishies there. Look. There's a bunch of fish over here, actually. There. So how do we do this then? Fishing boat requires 1 worker, 20 nails, 80 coin. A worker that can use that can travel on water surfaces and harvest lots of fish. Wait, so how does this work then? So we just put it down in the water, I take it. And then, how do we tell him to bring stuff in? Coastal road. For some sort of fishing dock. Yeah, this is what I'm wondering. I don't know what we need to build for him to sort of... I can't see like a jetty or any kind of... Fishing docks aren't added yet, but they're planned in the future. Okay, but how do you bring stuff in then? Build a storage container on the edge of water. A storage container, like a barn. Will a barn work? If I put a barn here, can he put stuff into it? I don't know, we'll find out. Looks like he can. So I guess we need like a kitchen next to it. So we want to cook it, right? Kitchen. Cooked fish requires raw fish and fuel. Okay. So if we actually do that, and then do that. Can feed the fish straight into there. And then we just need to get some fuel. I'm kind of looking at quite a bit of fuel here, actually. I presume we can burn coal. Let me double check. Yes, coal. So then we just need another barn. I'll do this because I've got a feeling that later on we may want to split this coal off and use it for other things. Little balls of coal, eh? The barn and the silo. The silo is effectively like one stack. The barn can hold 4 stacks. And bizarrely, you get the barn before the silo. I would have thought the game should be the other way around. But hey, what do I know? Right, it's got fuel. It's got fish coming in. Let's get some workers. More dollar shires here. We're going to sell to the food market. That might just turn around our red coin problem. You never know. We'll see. Okay, it looks like this guy can harvest at a ferocious rate, so we're going to have 2 kitchens for this. And split it, I think. Doily! Come on, pal. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. Come on. Here he is. Here's the man. Here's the man. Hey. How you doing, sir? We have a red coin crisis indeed. That's why we're trying to cook fish quickly. Schmacko. What's he got? Schmackos or cheesies? Cheesy bites. This game is the same guy that made Robot Disco Dodgeball.
Sounds fun.
I've never heard of that one. GT Max has loads to do. For £13, I've been playing it for 7 hours now. For £13, I would say definitely worth it. There's loads of gameplay here.
Welcome back.
I've not even got to like the advanced stuff. It's crazy. Tim R80, welcome back. Mr. Doyle is on stage. Absolutely. Wave to the minions, Doyle. Hello.
Welcome back.
Jensens, welcome back. She's messing with you, Doyle. Messing with you. Tormenting you, pal. Just turn your nose. Just turn your nose. Nah, yeah, I'm playing these games. There you go. Right, thanks for popping in. Can't wait to leave. See ya. Have another one. What are you doing? I think I'm going to re-engineer this because we've got massive backlog. I didn't expect this. A massive backlog of fish. Because I didn't know what the ratios are here, but this thing is not...
Welcome.
It's taking like 5 seconds to cook one fish, so we can probably have a bank of these things. But then it means redesigning this a little bit. Which is what we're going to have to do. So, let's see. So we're gonna have to belt feed a load of kitchens with coal and fish. Can I just have more workers? I kind of feel like, well, yes, you could, but I kind of feel like this guy. If you watch this guy, he's like in and out there. He's like, I don't think we can keep up with him. So we need a scalable solution is what we need. Sounds like one of my old bosses. It's a killer. How you doing? Let's get rid of that for a second. First thing we're going to do is split the belt. Well, actually turn the belt and then... We might have to feed coal in from the front. Maybe. Can you make the same boat go to 2 barns? No. You can't make any worker go to 2 places. There's no sense of queuing. It's like, go from here and go there. And that's it. Don't know, Jeffrey. Yes, is the answer to that. If you look at the numbers here, those fish are not infinite. There's actually more fish here, but I've built a lot of bridge in the way, so that's really handy. I guess I'm going to have to rejig this and raise it up. Fun times. Yeah, so I guess that's the downside of fish, is that they're an easy resource to get at, but they deplete by the look of it, because I can see 500 there, 500 there. So that's going to come that way. Buildings, we're going to have a couple of kitchens. I hate the way it does that, honestly. Whether it gets rid of the road when all you wanted to do was get rid of the... It's actually annoying. Right, we want a splitter. So that should split the coal. This guy's confused. So where am I going, boss? Okay, why is that fish thing not working? Need faster belts. That's what we need. This guy's loading this up way quicker than we can belt this away. Can't keep up with this guy. So now I'm just going to look at the input bar here. And if that fills up, add another worker. The output bar's filling up, so I think we need some more. Okay, there we go. Add a silo next to the barn. To do what? Can you shoot the fish balls out? That's a very good question. I don't know. But just trying to shoot the fish over there is going to be interesting, to say the least. If we had enough wagons, we can keep up with demand. Like he's at 10, so he's maxed out. Drop to 7. Next wagon comes. 8. Okay, I think we can scale a little bit more. Let's try that. This is the bottleneck. Well, technically this is the bottleneck. Get the fish from the barn to the silo, from the silo to the kitchen. All you're doing is adding more storage space, which will then fill up, and you'll be exactly as you was here, except you'll have more in storage. Doesn't solve anything. This is the bottleneck right here. We can scale this kitchen, we can scale the wagons, we can't scale this belt. Or can we? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Hang on a second. No, one step too far. Bingo bango. And so you get grabbers. The output of any structure is limited by the one output arrow they have in front. But once you've got grabbers, you can grab it from any side, which means you can scale, you can take things out quicker. So now we're limited by the ability to cook it through, which is a bit easier to solve. Our input's jammed, so yeah, more workers. We can't go beyond 5. This is still full, which means we could actually build more kitchens. I think our red coin is still going down. I don't understand what we're spending so much red coin on. Apart from the forestry item, is it the farms? I know the forestry takes red coin every time it produces wood. It's got to be that, hasn't it? It's got to be like he's got 8 workers there, which means he's smashing through wood. So he's basically just going red coin, red coin, red coin, red coin. That's the issue. Sustainable forest cost. So yeah, that's where the money's going. We can actually build more kitchens here. This is crazy. But then we're going to have a lot of wagons running across here. I'm also conscious that this is a finite resource, which is actually going down very, very quickly. We're going to have to raise it, basically. Just to get access to that one. Maybe what we do is we start thinking longer term about, if this is all the kitchens, which is great, if you actually look at the economy, you actually make more money out of cooked chicken and cooked beef. Or even a fish stew. I don't even know how you make that. Produced in a kitchen. How do you make a fish stew exactly? Oh boy. Butter, tomato, fuel. Flipping heck. Right, tomato we can do. For butter we'd need milk. And then every fish we pull out the water is going to be worth a lot more money. But what I don't like about depending on fish is just the fact they deplete. So you set up this wonderful production chain, which is not sustainable. I don't like that. If you're going to go to all this fuss, you may as well produce something that you can sustain. Like a protein shake or a cooked beef or cooked chicken, something like that. Protein shake requires milk, egg, sugar. Chicken. Cooked chicken, cooked beef. Right, how do we do that then? Is it one of those is it a pasture? Beef. Fertilizer and water. There you go. So this is sustainable. So what we need is beef, either chicken farms or beef farms, and we'll just bring fertilizer over. And the last animal feed, sorry. The last time I looked. Well, all this animal feed's being used to make wool and stuff, isn't it? So we need another farm. We need a farm to make animal feed. Meat stew would be doable. Let's have a look. Cooked beef, potato. We don't have any carrots, potatoes yet. It's like more things to be made. Right now, the quickest solution is to get the meat online and cook it, basically. Yeah, I agree. I don't think fish makes any sense at all because it just, you just can't keep it going. I assume you can plant them on a farm race, but you're gonna have to find, like, there's some tomatoes here and there's some grain here. So we could harvest the tomatoes, right? Let's see. Tomato, potato, and carrot. I say just get the beef and the chicken going first and try and solve the red... Like, we're going up in red coin now just because of this, but once that runs out, we're done. Sheepdog Man Burpeg, Senator, Blinky Bombs, Billet Box, Jensins, and all the other guys resubbing. Thank you very, very much.
Welcome back.
Is Twitch broken? Don't think so. What's that then? Berries? Loads of berries back here. So we could build a farm. And I want it to be one square that way, really. Without encroaching on the tomato. Actually, I just plant some more anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. If we get rid of that one resource there, then we can build it right there. That gets a decent amount. Let's see, tools. This is going to be a farm, so we'll probably want a well for this one as well, so might as well build a well in between both. Maybe like, I don't know. Right. We need to get fertilizer over here. We've got an awful lot of fertilizer. Actually, we did have a lot of fertilizer. Why is that? Is that fertilizer being taken away? Trying to work out what the fertilizer's coming from. It's a recipe for ketchup. Sugar, tomatoes, and vinegar. What's he doing? Oh, I see. They're taking it all to the farms, aren't they? Yeah. We can't really nick into that. It's already looking pretty ropey. I think we need we need a pasture, aren't we? There's a very symbiotic relationship between these two because with the farm it produces grain. With the grain you can produce animal feed. The animal feed goes into the pasture, which then makes fertilizer, which goes back to the farm. It's like literally a circle. If you're using pasture to make beef, it will make fertilizer too. Yep, it will indeed. So all we've got to do is feed it with animal feed. So we'll select beef for that. What are we trying to make? So we just want raw beef going in here. Right, okay. So for this thing then, we'll make some more farming tiles. Could run out of stuff. Yep, she's got the fertilizer. Lol. Okay, we'll have to hold on that. Xbox One. Don't know. One guy doing it, it's pretty unlikely. Let's get rid of that. Right, where are we trying to get to? So ultimately we want to probably smash through this bit, don't we? That's going to be our sort of road through there if we're going to go through there. The bright purple resource is Earthstone. I think you take it to the Earth Temple. There are all kinds of exotic materials around like this one. The Mana Shard, the Water Stone, the Air Stone. Not even got into that yet. Right, so from here we want to go into a grain mill, I believe. So we shall belt out of there. Into the grain mill. There's animal feed we want. What's interesting about this game is like you have to set up your own supply chains, but say, I don't know, something like Transport Fever, where the cities will grow on their own and the industry will grow on its own. With this, you kind of have to, in effect, grow and manage the resources themselves, because some resources like this will deplete and other ones you can keep going like trees and grain and stuff, you can sustain it if you manage it. And then you've got to sort the logistics out. So you've got to sort all parts of the chain, the supply chain. You've got to sort everything out, as well as managing the economy to make sure you don't run out of money. Right, we shall elevate this up. I presume we can still build on that as farmland. I'm not sure, though. Is there much micromanagement? I'd say so. There's nothing like you set up automations, but the automations will break down if a resource depletes. So yeah, I guess it can get a little bit like that. Okay, grain mill. We need to pump into here. This pasture's weird. Like, do you actually use the land around it? Can you put the pasture next to water to autofill? Don't know. If we try to build a pasture, yes, it goes blue. So yeah, you can put it right next to water. Right, what are you making? You need water as well, blimey. I mean, at the end of the day, you can build your own infinite water supply. It's just that you have to basically assign a worker to do it. Okay, so he should start to make beef and fertilizer. So I think what I'd like to do to grab all that. Filter on beef. Filter on it's fertilizer we're making, isn't it? Why is that not working? Fertilizer, why is that not moving? Wait, what? What? You need to grab her. That's very true. That's very, very true. I picked the wrong thing. Bin that. Live and learn. Live and learn. Nope. Okay. Took a bit of time to get there, but we got there. Now we'll have to come back to that in a minute and see what kind of rate it's getting, what kind of throughput. But for now, we can take the beef and send it to the kitchens. So I'm thinking if we can have a bunch of kitchens, where do we want to put them? I think you can do that, Ray. So you can basically build a ditch of water and then build it next to it and then fill the water back in. It's like a bit of an exploit you can do. If we put this by the sea, just in case it ever needs water. But having said that, I can't belt it too easily. Actually, I think I'll just do the road first because, like, I want to make sure I don't build where I want to go later. Where do we want to put our kitchens? Research reminder. What's going on with research? Still researching mining, apparently. I think the kitchen's going to have to go over here. I have a lot of wagons running over there with food. That worries me. You're welcome there, Skipperton. Thank you, Warpick. So now if we have... the food comes in the back though. And we can make the coal come across here. Should we start with 2? I think we could probably split that. that way. Splitter. I thought that didn't look right. There we go. Right, so anyway, we can make cooked beef. For both of those, they should be loading up fuel now. It was a factory building game set in the 20th century with engines, conveyor belts, heavy machinery, smoke, stelters, that kind of stuff. Victoria's your nearest thing, I think. I don't know what's going on here then. Right, we need to get the fertilizer back to the farm, which is this one. We can have another farm here probably for all these tomatoes and things. Later on, when we have both farms, we can split that. Unlock the mine. That could be a game changer. I don't know if that's going to go in through the roof. It may not go in. How's the tar doing? I don't know. The answer is yes, it does. It's weird because on the food market, it wouldn't take it from like what looked like it should elevated position. That's loaded up on fertilizer. Let's see if we can ramp up production a little bit. With the fertilizer going as well, that maybe can cope with more. Okay, now we've got to get the food across. This is a massive iron ore deposit. That was my Adobe, I think. Let's see. You're going to want to buy a splitter. Let's get that concrete underneath. You should now be making cooked beef. Okay, right, now we need a lot of wagons. What do you mean, Master Moto? I wish you could tell, like, copy one worker's orders to another. Oops. We're going to need those metal ones soon, aren't we? Because the amount of wagons flown around here now is getting pretty insane. Right, let's see where we're at. Maybe we can ramp things up in a minute, but it looks like the beef has slowed down. Animal feed. Can you make wagon one ways? Yes, there is a one-way thing that we unlocked, which I haven't used yet, which maybe we should look at using in a minute. You can't have free markets because if you look at your buildings, actually we can have another food market now, but it was locked for ages at 1 of 1. Finally, we can actually have more food markets. So that's definitely something I can look at now. We can probably have a food market around here. The trouble is, I think when you put the food market down, you see its catchment area. So this one catches the houses, and this one doesn't. So you can build a food market, but unless you build houses in them, the products won't be bought because it's the houses that buy them. So you probably have to move some of those houses over here. And of course, you know, they're pretty high unlock. So I've got 5 houses spare. I think the thing to do is to sort of build a food market and put the 5 houses in it. Right now, we're not producing beef at the rate I would like to. This is starved of animal feed. What's going on here? This doesn't seem right.
Happy anniversary.
Stejania, thank you for 2 years, mate. Golden Acorn, happy anniversary. See, this produces grain every 1.5 seconds, but with 240% speed. And you can see it's spitting stuff out. But when you click on this, something isn't right here. This takes 2 seconds to make
Happy
one.
anniversary, Nutter.
That belt is like empty. That's pretty bad. I built two kitchens down there because I thought we could sustain quite a bit of beef being made, but it looks like it's throttled by animal feed quite badly. I need a bigger farm. Hopefully that'll help. Put as many workers in there as we can and just see if we can crank it up. Right, I think all of these houses are level 5. Somme 41? Is that it? You might be able to get higher throughput by using a chute from your grain mill with a grabber above the door. Let's try it. Let's take this apart and see if we can use a chute and see if that helps. Because this is slow. It's in Factorio. I'm used to being able to get fast belts, but not in this. That grabber is slowing it down, look. Surely that can come out of there faster than that. Producing 1 every 1.5 seconds, but the next building needed 2 every 2 seconds. No, you have to look at the speed increase as well. If you put more workers in, like that's your baseline, yeah? 2 seconds, but that's being increased by 240%. That's 1.5 being increased by 315, so. I think it's outputting quicker. But I don't like the way it stops. But maybe... Maybe that's the maximum, the minimum spacing. Second shoot. We could try it. We could certainly try it. That's made things interesting. We just emptied it out. Look at this. All right, let's try and crank up the workers now and see what happens. Starting to get, look at that. So that belt's at maximum, and that's, we're getting some overspill onto that one. 10 workers. 10 workers. You don't need a grabber, you do. You need a grabber if you're not on the main entrance. So that one would need a grabber. That one doesn't, but that one does. And if you actually look, the grabber's not slowing it down anymore. That is now limited. So we're going to have to do the same thing here, aren't we? I'm just going to have 2 shoots going straight in there. That's what we'll do. Looks like a pattern. Why am I elevating belts? Because if I want to build through here later on, it's like I can go straight underneath with roads and stuff later. Because honestly, if you don't allow for it, later on you're going to wish you had, I think. It doesn't cost much to just elevate them. Grabbing. Where are you? More feed. Rubbish. Not sure if you want the hotkeys C, but if you're hovering a path, building, or scaffolding, pressing C on it, it will put it in your item. Oh, dude, I was asking about that ages ago. I was saying Factorio has a thing where you can, an eyedropper, where you, if you press Q. Oh. Dude, your lifesaver. I was asking about that before because it has the eyedropper tool with Q on Factorio. Oh man. Do you know what? I'm going to remap that. I don't want rotate anyway. Controls. Let's see. Copy object to cursor, Q. Rotate camera. Nothing. How do you say nothing? Reset's going to reset the whole thing, isn't it? I want to reset that one. No, not left click, you banana. How do you actually wipe that out? Yeah, I don't want to have the C key because every time I play Factorio, I'm going to get messed up. And when I come to this game, it won't work. I'd rather just have the same key. I don't know how you reset a control on this. Oh, yes. Oh, the quick key. Oh. Oh. That's made my life so much better, dude, because I have to keep, like, going through this menu, and it's really tedious. Right. Anyway. Okay, let's see what we got. So now we've got loads of stuff coming in. We can presumably ramp up the workers to 5. Ooh, 5. Oh, it takes too long to make beef. It takes way too long to make beef. We need 2 pastures. We need to scale this bad boy. That's what we need to do. We need more than 1 pasture here. Multiple pastures. Look at the copy. Just press Q and go.